Welcome back, this is Jeff Byers. I'm going to talk about how to create a fluid effect using particles. Alright, we're going to go ahead and create a scene. And we'll go ahead and create a plane. So we're going to go ahead and create a cube. And let's go ahead and add some subdivisions. So let's do 4 and 4 and 4. Let's go ahead and make it a little bit bigger and squish it down. There we go. Alright, so there's our flat plane. Let's go ahead and create a polygon cylinder. And we're going to do 24. And we're going to go ahead and move this up. Alright, we're going to go ahead and create emitter, particles, create emitter. And call this fluid. We're going to do omnidirectional. Click on create. Move that up, emitter up off the floor. We're going to now open up the window outliner. Click on the particles. And we're going to go ahead and do Control A. Go to particle shape 1. We're going to turn the lifespan to random range. We're going to do lifespan of 4. And we're going to do lifespan random at 0.5. This will randomize the lifespan, how they die off. We're going to do a lobby surface, and SW means software render, and we're going to click on current render type. This gives us a radius and a threshold, how they stick together. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we have here. Okay, let's turn the radius down to 0.1. There we go. And we're going to go to fluid now. And we're going to turn this to 1000. And we're going to turn the speed to 2. And we're going to click on particle, and we're going to go ahead and go to fields, click on gravity, go into the option box, go ahead and reset. We're going to pull down in that direction and create. We're going to click on the particle, shift select the cylinder and the floor, and go to particles, make collide. Now we're going to go ahead and play the animation. There we go. We're going to go ahead and go to window, and we're going to go to settings, preferences, go to settings, and we're going to go to time slider. I'm going to do 200 frames. I click on play every frame and roll 1024 frames a second. Click on OK. Let's go ahead and play this. As you can see, we've got bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. We go ahead and play back. We're going to go click on and find the geo connector, and there it is. And resilience, we're going to turn that to 0.01. friction, and we're going to go to 0.1. There we go. Let's turn the friction down a little bit farther. 0.05. There we go. Let it smooth out a little bit more. Okay. There we go. Alright. Next thing we're going to do, make this a little bit bigger. There we go. Click on the particle, and let's just select the object. And let's make collide. I don't think that one took. And let's go into GeoConnector 2. Let's do a 0.01 and a 0.05. And play. There we go. Alright. Alright, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to give it a color. Click on particle. Let's go into particle shape. And we can either create a larger radius, or we're going to have more particles come out. So let's go ahead and have more particles come out. So let's go ahead and click on the emitter. Okay, and we are going to push out 5,000. There we go. Okay. And we're going to go ahead into particle, select particle, and we are going to turn on the threshold under render attributes to 0.8. Okay, let's go ahead and see how that looks. Let's go ahead and render that. Go up to software, make sure software render is selected, click on it, and we're going to go to production quality. We're also going to go to pixel filter type to Gaussian, and we're going to go to ray tracing, and we're going to turn ray tracing on. Go to comments tab, do the usual. Click on TIFF, name number dot extent 3, 1 to 200. Perspective camera, we're going to go H2 720. Alright, looks good. Render options. Let's go ahead and turn that enable default light off. For particles, we don't need much. Okay, so that's good set. Let's go ahead and select the particles, right click over them, go assign new material. I'm going to click on blend. We need to give it an aqua color, aquamarine. Okay, we're going to give the transparency about halfway. We're going to turn the eccentricity down to 0.12. We're going to turn the specular roll off all the way up. Specular color all the way up. And reflectivity at 0.6. Okay. Let's do a render. Okay, it should be black. We're going to go ahead and add a light. We're going to create a point light. We want to bring the light up and go to the top view and over and to the left of the camera. You also want to place the light. Let's go ahead and do ray trace shadows, shadow rays at 10. Okay. So place the light in your scene to kind of simulate what's in your scene. If you have another scene, and this is kind of a low poly. Alright, so I'm going to create a use background shader. There we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and render this out and see how it looks. Okay, well that took a while. 2 minutes 39 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in there, and we're going to turn some change. We're going to make some changes here. We're going to go back to my software. I'm going to turn off ray tracing. We're also going to click on this guy right here, turn ray tracing off, and we'll do another render. Hopefully this will go a little faster. There we go. 3 seconds. So make sure you turn ray tracing off. So that's much better. The speed was really good. Let's go into the actual attributes of this object. Blend. Water. Okay. Transparency up a little bit higher. Notice the water's a little bit dark because it's reflecting a black background. So if you have this in your scene, it'll look a lot better. Let's go ahead and put a backlight in there. I'm going to take this light, move it back and across, opposite of the camera. And that way we can backlight it. As you can see, if we backlight it, you can see that it's causing a lot of it's causing some specularity there. Let's take a look at that and see what the difference is here. It looks a little bit more like water. So let's go ahead and move that out a little bit. And move this over this way. You may want to take the specularity off, but we like the backlighting. So let's go ahead and bring it in and render it again. There you go. So it looks a lot more like water. So we got some lighting in the background, just turned off specular, and we had specular from the directional light we have. So it looks a lot more like water. Pretty happy with that. Okay. That's it for this lesson. And you can control and animate the rate of the emitter the rate by controlling the emitter. You can go in here, and with the rate, you can control and keyframe the rate anytime you want. So if you don't want it to go on, just keyframe it at 0 for emitter, and then keyframe what you want at a certain time by turning that up and keyframing it. Okay, remember you can right click and go key selected. Alright, that's it for this lesson, and I'll see you next time.